The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This is Tony Pollard. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Marquise Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Steelers 7, Broncos nothing. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Steelers take over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. This one complete to Scott Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. The catch made by Miller. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect. And this remains a 13-0 game.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
He sets to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And down to the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards.
1st and 10.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Scotty Miller with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Good. Makes the score Steelers 27.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Caught by Snead over the middle. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Broncos.
Throwing, Mariota. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Check 52. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Mariota again. Over the middle, it's complete.
Mariota's pass.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And it's a 2nd down.
9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
27. Broncos nothing.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, that is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and goal, there's an option play left. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
3rd and goal, Mariota. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
As the calendar keeps turning, I always hope that someone tells me that I get better with age. But Jared Cook is absolutely doing that. 33 years old back in April. Had a career-high 9 touchdown catches last year in just 14 games. And that was second only to Mark Andrews of the Ravens. Jared Cook, a Pro Bowler after the 2019 season.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Steelers 34, Broncos 7. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
Mariota on the keeper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down, Broncos.
From the gun, Mariota. An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They run the draw here with Robinson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more
athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It's a gain of 2.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
The open man is Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. And it's up and good.
That's the score. Steelers 41, Broncos 10. Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 12 yards there and a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Mariota brought in left side by Snead. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got him pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
That's the first catch of the game for Goodwin. It's a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Brought down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 4.
The Steelers on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 4. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Strong right, strong right, strong right. 3 down, 3 down. Check 59.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
48-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's got Miller. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Check, 59, 59. Watch the run.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for